you write for? Tell me this, dear. Would you let me write you an epic if I could find a piece of lead small enough to fashion it into some kind of writing utensil? Maybe a thread of string, or a piece of hair, or a bit of the lint that always rolls out from under the couch because I get too busy painting to clean. Could I dip it in some invisible ink? Maybe tears or the sweat that beads from my temples when I try to think? Would you let me write if I promised to only say beautifully intelligent things? Ideas and philosophies that would give you a slight migraine that stretch your brain in new directions? Would it be okay if my ideas didn't really fit in, if they weren't politically correct or patriotic enough? Would you still like the way my brain sap tastes? Would you drink it in like a dog at the water hose or reblog me on Tumblr? If I wrote a letter on your heart, if it was some weird mix, not quite poetry, not quite prose, or if I couldn't invest that much, if I settled to just write it on your eyelids or straight into your mind, would it be all right if I spilled my chamomile tea on the page or my hair got everywhere, if my rhymes were a little too hippie or came off sort of Rasta and my lines got frayed? Would you still read my book if I decided to just fill it with pictures like nursery rhymes, painted and spread with images of Banksy works and Greek mythology prints? You see, I want to include everything from Medusa to Christ to why people eat eggs. But I'm afraid to write, knowing I'll never be quite as good as Aristotle or Homer or even Lewis Carroll. But would you let me write, even if I was a star that didn't shine like the others? If I was a mile off the mark, missed the target like a blown out spark? Would you appreciate my wisdom, make quotes of my words and paste them all over your ceiling? Maybe then. Maybe if you could promise some round of applause, some snaps from the back, some sniffle of adoration from your nose, maybe then I'd write for you. I'd write you a love song. But I don't know, to answer your question. I don't know who I write for. Maybe a little man upstairs in my own brain that I knew would adore it. Or the little girl in my past frustrated with her words. Maybe that's who. Who do you write for? Thank you.